Well, today we're visiting one of our OBGA affiliate gardens. We're at Cann Memorial Gardens in Ponca City, and we're visiting with Jim Eck, who is the superintendent of parks here in Ponca City. And Jim, thank you for visiting with us today.
Glad to have you all up here.
So, now, this is called Cann Memorial Gardens, and how long has it been here?
Approximately 20 years.
So,
it's about a 10-acre tract, of which 6 of it is in an improved garden.
well, it's really pretty, and we're kind of out here where it's kind of open. How many species of trees do you have here?
We have right at 95 different tree species on the property,
wow.
including some of the native trees, and have a good selection of all the different tree varieties.
And that's good. That's kind of a nice place. Since we're in Ponca City, people can see what will grow up here in this part of Oklahoma then.
See what works up in the northern part of Oklahoma.
Well, good. Well, in addition to trees, you also have some beautiful gardens. You do a lot of annual plantings here, don't you?
We plant, I don't know how many thousand here in the Cann Garden, but throughout the city we plant around 50,000 annual plants.
Wow.
And here, I'd say we have probably 250 different varieties of annual.
Wow. Now, this particular combination is really nice. What have you got growing right here?
That's New Look Celosia, and your Cirrus Dusty Miller, and Purple Fountain Grass.
Well, it really makes a striking combination, especially from a distance when you look at this from across the garden. It's nice. Now, this path that we're walking on, I really like this. It makes the garden, especially the open area, very accessible to people.
Right. There's right at a quarter of a mile of this, and it's a brick impression cement, and it's dyed throughout the mix, not just on the top, and it made a real nice walkway. It's kind of rough, and it does look like brick.
Well,
really nice.
It looks very, very nice, and it blends in with the garden well, but yet makes it very easy to walk around. So, well, can we see the rest of the gardens? Great.
Let's walk on around.
Oh, this is a nice shady area in here.
Yes, really nice.
Now, you've got a really pretty bed here, but as I'm kind of looking around, I noticed that a lot of this is an entirely annual type bed, isn't it?
Totally all annuals, planted every year.
Wow.
With caladiums, the ferns, and impatiens.
Now, that's a lot of impatiens. How do you get that many impatiens? That's pretty expensive, isn't it?
Yes, it's expensive seed, and we just, in the fall, we collect our own seed and carry it over and plant it back. And most of the time, I'll buy red and white colors because we don't get the reds and the whites back out of the field-grown seed.
The pinks come out very nicely.
And it comes out real nice.
Oh, neat. Now, right over here, this is a really pretty bed. You've got a nice hosta planting here, and it's a perfect spot under all of these shade trees. This is pretty. Now, I noticed there's a hosta right there in the back. That's a really pretty variegated one. Which hosta is that?
That's the Francis Williams, probably one of the better known of the hosta varieties. And out of the 250, I have just a very small sampling of what's available in the hostas.
Well, it is a nice planting, and I like how you've grouped several of one variety together. This looks very nice to look at. And the other thing I've noticed is to fill in some of the blank spots, you just put in some crotons here.
Yes, we like to use just tropical plants for their foliage color, and they work real nice. We do have to take them in the fall, but they're a nice addition to the garden, and we like the different colors of the foliage plants.
Well, you've got a very interesting planter over here I want to take a look at.
Okay.
Now, Jim, this is a great planter, and it takes you a while to figure out what exactly it is, and maybe our viewers want to know what this is really.
Yes. Well, it was a piece of old culvert we found laying around the maintenance yard up at the park department, and I thought, well, I could just stand it on in, cut a few holes in it, and make a vertical planter out of it. And got a few problems, got to figure out how to do the holes to hold the soil, but as a trial run, it's worked out pretty fair.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, how do you keep it watered?
We have a tube. I took a tube that's used as a sewage drainage tile that has holes in it, and just put that in the center. And when we water, we just fill that tube up with water.
Oh, that's a great idea. It's just kind of like a giant one of those strawberry planters.
Strawberry planters,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
That's great. Well, you have some very nice plantings of both annuals and perennials in the shade, but you also have some extensive sun plantings as well, don't you?
Yes. We have the formal garden here, basically, that's we have it sectioned in the white bed, the red bed, the yellow bed, and a mix.
Now, Jim, in addition to the colored areas of the garden, you've also got a really nice herb garden here. I like this.
Yes, it's a collection of herbs that the Garden Council has donated and maintains the bed to show people the various types of herbs that can be used in their garden.
Oh, well, neat. I bet they help you out a lot here.
Yes, the Garden Council is real helpful, and also the individual garden clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And they donate a lot of monies to us for various things, for benches and pots and et cetera, and we're real appreciative of that.
Well, great. Now, this is a gorgeous collection of grasses. How long has it been here?
This grass bed's been here about 10 years. Exactly how many different kinds are in here, I'm not sure, but it is a selection of the most commonly used grasses that people can see about how big they get in their mature form.
And you're basically stressing those that are winter hardy here.
Winter hardy, yes.
Yeah.
Some of them are real invasive, and we have to contain them in chimney flues.
Oh, yeah, I see that. So, well, Jim, we really appreciate this tour. And when can people come and visit?
The garden is open from 10 to 10 daily, and can be used by anybody. It's not locked up or anything. They can come and enjoy the site as long and as much as they want to. The patio area is rentable for weddings and functions.
Great.
And it's a very nominal fee, so we like for people to use the garden.
Well, it's a wonderful place, and I bet our viewers would like to know where exactly you're located in Ponca City.
We're located at 14th and Grand here in Ponca City, and 14th Street is the main street, so you can't hardly miss it. We've got a big sign up front, and there is a 1914 style house here, which a lot of people think it's kind of a residence, but it's not. It's a garden,
part of the garden.
And open.
Great. Well, thanks again, Jim. We really appreciate it.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.